Good evening to you, sir. Sorry I'm a little late. Thing is, you can't really see if you're streaming live until you click live stream, and then you're out there, and it either works or it doesn't work. Lawnmower. Digger 1 is in the house. Yo, Digger 1. Managed to hear your alert on your crappy phone this week then. Yeah, Lawn Bowler UK, feel free. You'll notice the newer ones get slightly better as I improve my technique. I watched me live stream back last week, and when I drink my tea, for some unknown reason, all you can hear is my tea going down my throat, which is not right really, because the camera is about three foot away, and I wouldn't have thought the microphone was that sensitive. You have to excuse if I slurp. Just notice the colours are not quite right, are they? Well, they might not be too far out. Had a major fiddle today, see if I can get rid of these edges, but I can't do it. I think that's the camera. It's a 1070p. I think to go out that way I'll have to get an 1080. I have to do that later on when funds allow. Downgrade my microphone. I'd expect it if I had a lapel mic on, one of the wireless ones. You hear everything. I've got to put it down here somewhere. But yeah, let's get back. Oh, so you can see me. Not you want to see me, but yeah. We'll see if we can beat our weekly viewers. We had 12 last week, which was 2 more than the previous week. Let's see if I can find out where the analytics are. Still wandering around these settings. You know what? You know what? Say what? Oh, where are the analytics? Someone please tell me where the analytics are. Oh, I don't know, people. I think we've got 7, but there's a link here somewhere which I should be able to see. Analytics. What? Can't lay me mouse on it at the moment. I was at the top somewhere. Anyway, I can't see the full analytics, but I can see a little box saying 7 at the moment. Jeff Taylor in the house. Nice to see you, Jeff. Well, nice to see you on the screen. Thanks for joining me. Is there any in-joke between you and Lawn Bowler? What have I been up to this week? Not a heck of a lot. I've been trying to set another business up. So I've not been concentrating on Suffolk Sifter at the moment, which is rather naughty. But having said that, I've had a couple of days of rain, so although it's good for your penetration, not good for me, so I don't bother going out in the rain. So I've not been out. Oh, good old Jeff. Yeah, always worth a look. Might be disappointed when you do look, but always worth a look. Your last video is it's confusing the heck out of me. Thought I'd done a half decent job on it with what little finds I had, but I got, well, normally get about 10 subscribers, extra subscribers when you put a new video out. I got none. Had the one a little while ago, but not directly after the video went out. So I don't know what I've done wrong. Robert 701, good evening to you. Thanks for joining me. Only stay on for a minute or so, mate. And thanks for coming up and saying hello. It means a lot. Ugh. Off to eat frog's legs and snails. Good luck to you. Bit of escargot. Yeah, alright. Robert 701. Probably clash with your dinner, doesn't it? 9 o'clock UK. But there we go. Have to do it because apparently Coronation Street finishes at 9 and I've been told I've got to start after then, so that's why 9. But nice of you to pop in. See you next week. Eight at the moment, so I'll be back to 7 in a minute when Robert 701 go. Tom Nunn. Evening King Sean. Is there something I should know about that? Oh, abscess ain't good, mate. You want plenty of whiskey on it. That helps. Had a good handful. I expected to see Farmer Joyles on here tonight, but don't think he's made an appearance yet. Let's double back. We've got 8 people watching at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 6 people commenting. So, as I always say, we've got lurkers. And as I always say, I don't mind you lurking and watching, but just pop up and say, I'm a lurker. If you don't want to join in, just say I'm a lurker so we know who you are. Trying not to slurp, but it's really difficult. I don't really want to get into the microphone settings at the moment because I'll probably knock them right down. I'm just going to throttle back the mic. Let me know if I've still got audio. So I've throttled back the mic. Can you still hear me, guys and gals? Got told off about that as well. Yeah, detecting jesters. Yes, unfortunately, I've had what they say in Suffolk as a fleecer. I had my ears lowered. Wish I hadn't, because the last couple of days, as they say in Suffolk, have been hully chilly, blowing around my ears. So yeah, I had a haircut. So get a bit long. So the audio's quieter. Is it still okay? I'm just trying to cut out the slurping noise when I do my tea. And I think that's a very attractive trait. So can you hear me still? A bit quiet, boy. Bah, a bit quiet, bah. Would you like it a bit louder and hear a bit slurping? Clear but quiet. I'll put it back up. I'll brought it down from half to half. I'll put it up 3/4. Right. I'll put it up a bit more now. It's just in the yellow. But unfortunately, you'll probably hear me slurping me tea. Well, one cure for that, I suppose. Stop slurping. Get a straw. Thank you very much. Anywho, 9 on at the moment. Need 3 plus 1 to break the record. Anyway, topic for this evening. I thought maybe we could discuss how we go about cleaning our finds. Any thoughts on that? Ranges from just metally objects which you'd like to clean up, or right through to groats and silver hammered, and if you're lucky enough, well, gold doesn't, does it, because it comes out clean. So how do you do your silver? Do you bother? Some people don't. Some people say it ruins them. So over to you. How do you do your cleaning? Do you use spitting silver foil on your silver? Have you got an ultrasonic bath? How do you do it? I've tried we get a battery charger or a phone charger and attach one end, the positive end I think, to a silver spoon, and then the other one to your find, and it all fizz and buzz away. And I've knackered up a few coins. Luckily they were just test ones which weren't much value, but they sort of turned pink, so I've given that up. I wouldn't dare do it on a hammered coin of any sort. I tried the spit and rub with the foil and that's made a bit of difference, but I just don't want to reckon. King Sean C bought an electrolysis kit and it's useless. Oh well. It's a recommendation and I won't bother getting one of them. Tom took fines in FLO today. Was told do not clean any fines. All cleaning will damage you. Yep, that is true. I can understand that, but there's a couple of nice little silver coins. Nothing fantastic, but I had a 1914, 1918 in the First War silver shilling, and that had been rubbed so much on one side, and that was a bit dirty, and I just cleaned it up. I polished it up, so nice and shiny now, but it's just a little lucky coin, I guess, for me. I don't know if the rubbing by the previous owner was anything to do with the war, but it certainly was well worn where you hold it and rub it with your thumb. I don't know, you never know. Spit and foil. I suppose that's good when you get the eggy smell. The wife come in and say, what have you been doing in here? That's not me, mate, that's a spit and the silver foil. Auto solve. Oh, do you mean auto solve instead of auto sol? Auto in the gold and black tubes. What I used to do me motorbike wheels with when I had proper chrome on. Yeah, I mean, I suppose the minimal cleaning you can do with a cotton bud and some gentle cleaning and maybe a toothpick just to pick the soil out, just so you go back to the coin. Depends really, some people say it don't, some people go the whole hog and put that polish on. What do you call that polish? Tip me tongue, little jar, or little tin, very expensive, begin with R, can't remember the name, I'm sure somebody will tell me. First one to tell me gets a gold star. Silvo. I only had Brasso the other day and I used a bit of that and it came up alright. What's this proper preservative polishy type thing you'd put on a, I don't know, Roman or something like that to bring it up? I know some people still don't like it. Yeah, cocktail stick's good just to pick out the rubbish. Ah, the lurker. Debbie, how do you get on? You got the, have you got this Equinox 800 yet? I seem to remember you either had one or were ordering one. That's the one, digger one. Renaissance wax, something like that. Is that how you, Renaissance wax, Renaissance wax? I don't know. So that's the one. I'm just too tight to buy, it's too expensive. No knocks yet, Debbie. Okay, well that's on its way. Farmer Giles, if he was on here, has got his, and he's had a couple of 3 days messing about with it. So we'll see. I reckon it's pretty good in multi-frequency. But he says that finds really small, teeny tiny grains of metal and stuff, which is probably okay if you're after gold, but I don't think I want to dig every scrappy bit of metal in the ground. Lawn Bowler UK, is that a question for me? What detector do you use? I'm a Deus, XP Deus man, just with the 11-inch coil and the remote. excuse me. I've not been out this week. I intended to go out sort of Wednesday, Thursday, but as I say, weather wasn't great, and next weekend coming as bank holidays, so I don't know. May sneak out, crafty one on a Saturday perhaps. Have a quick couple of hours, sneak out when the others go out and get back before I come back. No one will know, just you and me. Shh. Detecting jesters. Yeah, I want some feedback off Farmer Giles, really, before I jump. But yeah, in my low Deus point, I was saying I'll sell the Deus and get the Equinox, but not really in a position to get it at the moment. So I'll stick with the Deus, because I don't think I'd want to sell the Deus and then get the Equinox 800 and then think, oh, we shouldn't have sold the Deus. So I'll, if I ever got a Nox, that'd be in addition to the Deus. Yeah, I know loads of museums use that Renaissance wax, whatever you mentioned there. Yeah. Oh, nice one, Debbie. You've been fiddling with the settings. So what did you start in hot and then go down to 8? Or was you based on fast? Gothic Florin. Wouldn't know what that looked like. King Sean C. I've had a Tesoro laser and a Garrett, and nothing is compared to this. What? Daysky? You mean Deus? Is that predictive text per chance? Yeah, well done, Debbie. I don't blame you. I'll hang on to your Deus as well, Debbie. I don't want to burn me bridges and go over to that, and then I deeply regret it. Lawn Bowler UK, I use CTX 3030, I presume. I use it a couple of times so far. It's a big thing to get your head round, isn't it? It's got a 17 inch coil on it. Bit of weight in that, isn't there? Hot, yeah. That's normally the base. But 4.1, obviously, you got the negative discrimination. What was that? Do Suffolk lingo. Wild West Detectorist. Have I upgraded? Yes, yes. I done a couple of videos on that, if you care to peruse the library, and I think version 4 was a complete waste of time for me. In my humble opinion, my personal opinion, I didn't get on with it. The ground balance was all over the place, very unstable, and it kept going down and down and down and down. Things got noisy, and that was the point. And I had an HF 9-inch HF coil as well, and just wasn't getting the depth. So, and that was at that point I thought, well, I'm going to move on, get a Nox 800. Well, that was in November, December time, and they weren't nowhere near ready to ship yet. So I stuck with it. Luckily, they brought 4.1 out, and vast improvement. So personally, yes, even if you got 3.2, I would go the 4.1, because I think personally it's a lot better. Yeah, multi-frequency, Debbie. Yeah, I can see. Yes, I don't know. I'm yet to be convinced. It sounds a good idea, doesn't it? But that's why I want to get Farmer Giles to tell me what it's like, and perhaps I can have a sneaky go with it as well, because I do see Farmer Giles every day. So yeah, it'd be nice to get some sort of feedback. Yeah, he's Farmer Joyles has got he's greedy. He's very greedy person. He's got Deus and the 3030 and just got the 800 knocks. So it's just too greedy. But yes, the 3030, I would imagine it's a lot to get your head around. So you've got 17 and a 9-inch coil on that then, lawn bowler. Ed one token on Monday, Jeff Taylor. That last video I posted was the meadow on this new permission, and that was very quiet, very wet, and sadly just got them 2 coins, and I'm in the middle of rendering and editing another video, the last one, and that was on back on those fields which in theory backed onto Roman field which supposedly had Roman stuff, but that's hellishly quiet. And have I got a coin off that? I don't think I've got a coin off that field at all. There's 2 there, and at the moment I'm just crisscrossing and just randomly walking over so I can find a hot spot, but nothing much. I won't tell you what I found, but that'll be in the next video. Did find something nice, two nice things, one of which I've never found a complete one, well, not a misshapen one, it was a complete in its original state, so you have to hang on, watch that video. And people subscribe, for goodness sake, I don't know what's going on. I've sort of come to a grinding halt with subscriptions. You know, no one's going to win that monitor if you don't get to 500. Yeah, well, this is the opposite, Debbie. That's just so quiet. Yeah, it's unnerving really, because normally you'll come across lead. I think I found one bit of lead in the video I'm editing in a moment, but no coins, not a coin whatsoever. I don't know, detecting just as what does make Debbie want to go on the knocks? Maybe she wants 2 detectors. Maybe she's curious. Tom Nunn, I just use the basic ones. I'll freely admit I'm no genius with the Deus and fiddling about with settings. I'm always afraid that if I change a setting I'm going to miss things. So I use on 4.1 use Gary's, well, it's based on Gary's hot number 9, not the hot program. I used the deep number, what's the deep number now, is that number 4 or 5? Use the deep program on the meadow because that found more stuff than the hot. But no, I don't fiddle. I'm sort of limited to, I'm a mess about with sensitivity and, you know, and ground balance and that, but I'm creature of habit, I stick to hot. I've tried Gold Max power. That's quite good. It's less noisy than hot. Hot gives you the whole works. You're hearing everything going off in your ears, whereas I think max power is it's quieter, and then you hear a signal, and then you got something you can dig. Yeah, so Tom, you use GM power. Yeah, I've not put Gary's Ultimate in at the moment. Was that not based on 3.2? I just don't know how that would, does it change? Will it still be okay? Set it up in 4.1 where things have changed slightly? I don't know. Right, so what are you using, King Sean C? What version are you using on your remote? Are you 4.1? If so, I'll bang that on. Detectorist Tom, evening to you, sir. Thank you for popping up. Thank you for let me know you're there. We've got 11 watching. Now last week we had 12, so we need 2 more to break the record. King Sean, so you're on 4.1. Okay, well I'll for a laugh I'll put Gary's Ultimate on for the next outing. Fingers crossed on Friday. I'll probably go on that field again, but I've been told it's been drilled, so time is against me on that. I think I'm okay till the shoots start coming up, so we'll give that a spin. I can't subscribe twice. 12, we've got 12 people watching. Is it going to be over 12? Oh, sorry about the slurping if you can hear it. Jeff had a drop to activity. That too, it's too quiet now. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that could be done. Oh, Digger 1, eh? National Trust. Ooh, we work with an archaeologist. Is that good or bad? No, it doesn't hurt to have 2 machines, Debbie. I think, you know, if I was in a position I'd have 2. But one don't find, the other one might, you never know. Now, some idiot didn't put the batteries on charge for the lights, so they're not fully charged, so we could have an issue with lighting. What are we, not quite half an hour now, 29 minutes and 3 seconds in with me waffling on. Excuse me, Lawn Bowler UK says 13. So I lost the thread here. Let me scroll back. I'm not sure. I'm confused. What does that say? 13. What's that in relation to? Lawn Bowler UK. Hunting history. Already Wednesday. Seems like it's yesterday. Yeah, it comes around every week, same time. I must confess, I forgot all about it because, as I said earlier, I've been building a website for me and somebody else, and forgot to put the batteries on charge. These batteries need about 4 or 5 hours, so they're sort of half charged at the moment. I've turned the brightness down a bit, so maybe they'll hang it out. And yeah, I thought, oh dear, better get me green screen up and everything. Get ready, and that was a bit of a panic. But we're here. Oh, see, I'm with you. Oh, hey, I know what you mean now. Yes, 13. We've got 14. Yo, 2 extra people than last week. So I get excited for all these little things. You know, it doesn't take much to make me excited. And yeah, so I'm looking a bit duller this week, but there's a reason for that. I've turned the lights down a bit. 14 watching. Oh dear, can we get 15? Look, any advance on 14? Any advance? How long have I been detecting, Tom? About 4 and a bit years, maybe 5. Started off with a, I say this every week, Garrett Ace 250, and didn't get on with it. I won't go into it, but I never got on with it, and didn't find a heck of a lot, but maybe operator error, and decided that I liked being a Detectorist, and invested in the Deus, which was a big jump, but paid off with the fines. Rate went through the roof. So yeah, can't knock the Deus. So yeah, about 4.5, 5 years, something like that. Yeah, clay, compacted soil. Yeah, funny Deus likes some stuff and not the other. Yeah, sorry viewers, oh, 16. Thank you. I'm not worthy. 16. Okay, there must be a lot of lurkers this week. So yeah, 16. Up higher, higher, higher. What the points make? What the points make? Yeah, I'd like some thumbs up as well. If you don't mind, that all helps, you know, with the thumbs up. So, you know, I mean, if you really want to put a thumb down, it's up to you. It's a free country. There's always one person follow my videos and put thumbs down. I don't know who it is, but there you go. It's up to him or her. Can I get a t-shirt like mine? Yes, you can. I don't claim to make the t-shirts, but if you look down in the link or the comments, there's a link to the t-shirt, and they go straight to it. Pick your size out, click basket, and away you go. It's getting a little bit worse for wear now. Got a birthday coming up on Monday, so you can all wish me happy birthday now and send all my gifts in. I won't tell you how old I am, but there's a delay, Lawn Bowler UK, with the feed. I can talk into the camera and I see it on the live, what you see, about 10 seconds later, so there is a delay. Stat Padder, sorry, hi, thanks very much for popping up, nice to see you. Tom started with a Ace 250 upgrade today, same route, you see, mate. All great minds think alike. Yeah, I don't know. I always say this every week. I don't mean to be disrespectful with the 250, but the tone seemed a little bit Toy Town, a bit like Toys R Us. Other toy stores are available, and I never really found them. Although I did find a few coins, I don't think I found anything silver with it. And I think I bought a Nell sort of tornado coil, but no. I just thought, well, I'll just get a better machine, get a quality machine, see how it goes. So, hence the Deus. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I didn't want to spend too much on a machine to not bother with it. So I think it was about 200 odd quid, 180. I don't know when I bought it. 16 still. It's all good. You don't stay on site. I do recall my finds when I finish a whole site. Stat Padder, bought myself Deus 11-inch coil today. So Stat Padder, you had a 9-inch and you've gone up to the 11. Is that right? Digger Burns. Have you seen a video where analysts change activity Deus to 1 extra depth? Or how you can't understand how that works? No, as I said, I'm no technical whiz with stuff, and if I start messing about with programs, and I've always got in the back of my mind I'm going to miss something out. So that's like I went out with the video I've not yet posted what I'm working on. I took out Sid's Hammy program, and the tones are different, and they brightened up some of the tones which Hot used. But I was just afraid I was going to miss something when I was using Sid's Hammy, so I kept going backwards and forwards from Sid's Hammy to Hot and going over the same signal, and yeah, just me. So no, I've not seen the video. Digger Burns. Hunting history. How do you add the picture background? Well, I use OBS for broadcasting, and basically it's a green screen. You know, all I can see here. There we go. I'm poking a green screen at the moment, and with the magic of chroma key, you can add. So you make a background on your computer, and you can just have it in the background on the green screen. So you put your picture goes onto the green. So I'm going to get a different camera, I think, because as you can see, my arms disappear out of shot, and I think that's because the camera I'm using at the moment is 720, and I'm looking to get a 1080p camera. I'm happy with the quality of picture I'm doing at the moment, but I just want me width, and this other camera can do green screen or backgrounds within the camera, so you can put a picture and you don't need a green screen. It's not a problem. I just got it on well, I just got a green screen hanging up on a bit of string. It's ridiculous, really. Yeah, my secret's out now. I've got a bit of string from one corner of the study to the other, and there hangs a bit of green screen. I get told off by the wife if I don't take it down. I had it on stands with rods and everything, but it's too much hassle to put up and take down. So this just unclips, you fold it up, tuck it away, job done. Norman Invader, lurking, thumbs up. Nice one. Thumbs up, everybody. Hit the thumbs up. We've got 15 now. We've gone down one. Still time. I'll give you a bit more time until my lights start packing up. Bings and bongs. The double dings. Are you talking about the Garrett? The double dinger. A double dinger. Jeff, 11-inch coil is better. I'm assuming you upgraded from a 9-inch. I was thinking about getting a 13-inch. That's 13 by 11, isn't it? For the Deus. But not really sure whether that'll gain me anything. Cover the ground a bit faster, I suppose, but excuse me, guys and girls. Detectorist Tom, very kind with the batteries to Harry Norman Invader. Not quite with that one. Steve, you did get rid of, yeah, Jeff. I did sell the HF 9-inch because I was a bit hacked off with the whole thing, and I sold it just for Christmas. And some little part of me wished I hadn't, really, just to see what had happened. But I'm not convinced with HF. Not convinced with HF coils. But there we are. My personal opinion. Stat padder, just use basic one. No, you have to be clever to program. Just, I mean, if you use program 2 fast, you got a quicker recovery with fast. Or if you're willing to get your ears bashed, use hot. I'm assuming you got 4.1. I think program 9's hot, but it's in your ears all the while, and you just have to. Well, some people like to hear everything, and you hear all the thumps and the groans and you hear the occasional squeak, and that's what you go for. But yeah, try fast. Try program 2. Lawn Bowler UK. What I think the setup looks really good as it is. What my Heath Robinson's studio. Yeah. What I'll do one day, I'll just have a look round, put a camera, have a look round, and you can see what it is. It's basically a single garage, built on garage, which when we moved in was converted into a music room, and it's quite nice, you know. And I just use it for my computing and my business I had to give up, and I've just installed a big long white worktop where I do some filming and cleaning and reviews and stuff, and just got hold of this green screen about 2 months ago. Started to use that, but it's all a learning curve. You've got to get your head around how to set the programs up, which is the thing. I mean, this software I've got now, OBS, you go into studio mode and you can do changes. You can change the background, play videos, do a proper job, but I just haven't got my head around it. I haven't had the time to get stuck into it, so it's just going to be, I'll do it whenever I suss out how to do it, basically. Yeah, Detectorist Tom, good man. Drop some likes. Yeah, I'm all good for likes. It all helps with YouTube, believe it or not. Yeah, likes and thumbs down, that all helps the channel. Debbie, 12 kilohertz, yeah. I've been told, I think Farmer Joriel said try 12. Knock it down from sort of 17.5, 18 down to 12. So you tried 8 kilohertz and you're still getting silver. Yeah, that's good information. We've drifted off what the topic was, really, cleaning your finds, but this is all interesting. We'll stick with a general chit chat. Delay seems to be 3 minutes, blimey. Shouldn't be. The delay, which is preset by YouTube, and I can only make it longer, is about 10 seconds. And if I do that and I look on the screen, that wave won't come out for about 10 or 15 seconds. Yeah, can't see it yet. Yep, that's me wave now. So it's about 10-15 seconds. But I don't know why you should be having a 3-minute delay. What are you saying by the time you type and the time I answer? Because I'm talking too much and I have to go back in the comments. So you may have commented and I haven't read it up yet. Jeff started with 11-inch. King Sean C 11-inch coil. Man cave. I can't really call it my man cave because the wife behind this green screen has got a lot of craft stuff, so I get told off if I take over too much. We've got like our little areas and I don't encroach on hers and she don't encroach on mine. It's quite sweet really, isn't it? Detectorist Tom. Do I detect in Norfolk? I have not strayed out of Suffolk at the moment. I'm Suffolk born and bred, and I've, for no other reason than I've only got permissions in Suffolk, I have not strayed out. But if someone has got a permission in Norfolk and they would like to invite me over, then yes, I would come over. I could bring me cameras and stuff if you really want to be in a collaboration. You want to collaborate with Suffolk Sifter? King Sean C, good night mate. Appreciate you popping up. Nice to see you. Hopefully see you next week. Thanks mate. Snap Pada Vice. Friend has a Deus 11 coil, found it very tight and fit the stem. Rubber washer makes extremely tight fit. Never tighten that up too much. As a top hat, the plastic bolt goes through. From what I can remember, as an insert, as a rubber washer in the actual stem itself. Then you put your coil on, your bolt goes through. Then there's a top hat, bit of plastic that goes on so it sticks out, and then you tighten it up, but not a heck of a lot, just enough to give you some resistance. And after a while, that will wear, that top hat. It's meant to wear, and as the little lip goes in, then it's time to get another top hat. Don't ever tighten those up too much. You might be talking about when you put the rubber in the stem and to push the coil over it is going to be a little bit tight, but I mean, just lube that up. Once you've got it on, do your bolt, top hat, wing nut, but don't over tighten it. Yeah, I reckon it's 10 seconds for that wave. Jeff, soil is loose, dropped 8 kilohertz on very compact soil. All my permissions are farmed by the same farmer. There's 4 farms, and he does all the land, and it's all direct drilled. There's no ploughing, so I'm not lucky enough to have ploughed and rolled to go on. So you normally have to, the old stubble's still there, and the radish field, you had stubble and radish stalks up to about 2 or 3 feet high. So no, that's always compact. There's one field where it was nearly ploughed and rolled. It was just sort of, I don't know what you call it, they scarify it and just sort of rip all the stubble out, and they rolled it, and that's lovely and fluffy. Those fields on that particular part of that farm are brilliant, and it was as close as ploughed and rolled I'm going to ever get. Just little spade in, one hand, job done. The one I'm on at the moment, you need a big spade with a serrated edge to get in. Slow replies, that's probably just a slow reader. That's probably me just not reading as they come in, because they'll come in, obviously there's about half a dozen people firing off comments, and I'm just trying to work my way through. Debbie. And her wife's not behind the green screen. If she was behind the green screen, she'd probably have a big knife that'd be coming through the green screen, a bit like, you know, Detectorist time, is it a good idea to buy information? Yeah, I normally, as I say, I've only got the one farmer which I've got all my permissions on, and yeah, I normally do a Christmas box, which I think is just, I don't know, courtesy really to say thanks for letting me walk all over your fields. Really, yeah, I just have a get a little Christmas box, put a few bottles of beer in and some chocolates or something on the card, and yeah, don't think it hurts. Digger Burns. My next video, well, as I say, I'm in the middle of trying to get another business off the ground. Not wanting to go into too many details, but because of my problems and Bell's palsy, and I can't really see to do the job I've been doing self-employed for 10 years. I've had to give it up. I've had to sell, well, I'm in the process of selling the van and stock and everything else, so I'm a bit up in the air, and I'm just trying to get another one off the ground which doesn't involve me having to see close up to do stuff, because I can't do it because that eye doesn't seem what focus anymore. I'm sort of one-eyed, and I've took my eye off the ball really, Suffolk Sifter, but one light has gone out. That one just gone out. So yeah, I will. It's all there. It's in sort of production at the moment. Hopefully, try and get it out over the weekend. So that's Easter weekend, so let's spend time with the family. Boobies. No, I'm joking. Digging knife, yeah, the digging knife. I don't know what it's called. Evolution. Bear with me. Oh, this here thing, look. That's what I use. I do rate that. I can't remember the brand of it, but it's got, I think that's, I'll just put my glasses on because I'm getting old and my eyes don't work. Still got mud on it. I think it's got Evolution laser cut into it, and that's sort of serrated, so that's good. I'll recommend that. It's not cheap. I bought a little leather holster for it, so you don't mess your trousers up. So I do recommend that. If I find out where I got it from, I'll put a link up somewhere along the line. Lincolnshire Fields, brassicas, tats and flowers. When I travel around me area here, there are some fields which have just been ploughed and rolled, and you sit there and you salivate and you think, oh, I'd love to go on that field, but it's getting the permissions to go on. Warm Bowl UK, best find so far, probably got 3. I've got a 9th century Anglo-Saxon strap end with the silver rivets still in place. That was cool. A full groat, that was a right dinger in the old ear holes. And I like I've got a Viking horse harness piece. That's pretty cool, just to the fact that you think, well, the Viking held it. Not found any gold though. That's on my list. Bought my farmer a bottle of whiskey. No, I don't. I mean, I think that's just how they are. I mean, I don't really expect him to sort of say thanks and all that. I mean, he's sort of he's a friend of the family, so. But no, I've never had a thanks. But I don't meet him. You see, you don't see him. You might see him in the distance in a van or a tractor and put your hand up. But no, I think that's just good practice to show your gratitude and just you know, stick a bit of money and buy a little present, you know, especially at Christmas. A lot of whiskey, yeah. West Country Clegg. It's good, this live stuff, innit? How do you mean good? Well, you've got some old boring old person on the camera talking into it and slurping his tea. I just think that's nice to you know, not it's difficult. I'm not talking to you as such. Well, I am talking to you. You're talking back by your comments, but I just think it's nice to touch base with the subscribers. Because I love you all. I love you all your subscribers. You're brilliant. Right, 10 minutes to go. 10 o'clock, and I think we'll call it a night. I've got 3 of my 4 lights working. Yeah, good old Cleggy. Nice to drop in. Late, but you got here in the end. Detectorist Tom, watch out if the old will see with that one. What? Rambo, yeah. Come leaping through hedgerows with a knife. I'm sure they'll be fine. Dig a blade. Dig a blade. Yeah, well, I didn't know what this strap-hand was. I found it about a year and a half ago, and that's just sort of like yay big, and that looked like just a bit of, I don't know, metal with like a face on it. Well, not face. It looked like an owl, but I had it up the wrong way. The rivets obviously go into the strap, and that's sort of long shields on and the face. So that's quite. I had to go away to the FLO. It went away for about 6-8 months, and I got it back. Luckily, the local museum wasn't interested, and it come back with all the paperwork, which is good. Always a buzz to find something nice. Having said that, I don't mind any coins. I got farthings. I got a. I think is it a William 4p silver coin? That's quite nice. World War One plane gun sight. Yeah, I've been finding some shell casings, little things. There's a sort of looked like a large machine gun one, and I found a slightly larger one on a larger find on the last find, and assuming it's an aeroplane one. I'm not sure. And that had 43 written on it, so it could be 1943. I look like a corpse. Thank you very much. Bloody nice, isn't it, eh? Come on here calling me a corpse. Why do I look like a corpse? I'm a bit darker this time round because some fool forgot to charge the batteries up, so I've got the batteries on half power, and plus I've just lost one over there, so it is going to be a bit darker. Cheeky corpse. Yeah, thanks Debbie, I appreciate it. I do try hard, but it's difficult sometimes. I'm not out there to. I'm not. My mission is not to get the most subscribers, although it's nice to get subscribers, and you can't do a lot. I think the magic number is 1,000 for YouTube, and I'm way off that at the moment. But I haven't been doing it a year. I started this channel in July last year, so you know, for the time, if I can get to 500 by July, I'm halfway there. Yeah, I'm sorry about the colours. Detectorist Tom, thank you very much for coming up. Appreciate it. And we'll see you next week, perhaps. West Country Clegg, yep. OBS, that is the preferred broadcast software. I'm still getting my head around it, so maybe I've not quite got the colours tweaked right, but it was a bit of a panic to go live tonight because a little bit of a rush. Yeah, I can change the colours, but you know, I've got to put my glasses on and mess about the computer, and yeah, I'll do it. I'll do the saturation and the colours and everything else for next time. I normally am a bit brighter than this, but as I say, it's my own fault. Right, guys and girls, 5 minutes and I'm going to call it a night. We're down to 11 now. Well, I think we peaked at 16, so bear that number in mind for next week. So we've got to hit above 16. Any ideas on topic of discussion for next week, folks? Anybody throw anything at me? I did intend to talk about cleaning coins, but we seem to have exhausted that one. And I think the spit in the silver foil and the wax, the preserving wax, was sort of top of the list. I think the ultrasonic cleaners were a no-no. Well, thanks Lawn Bowler UK. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I do wonder sometimes because I do spout some rubbish out, but it's just nice to hear what you guys have to say. Yeah, I'd appreciate it if I see you next week then. Lawn Bowler UK, it's nice of you to join me. Thank you. Don't use a Dremel. I don't know. There are people out there, aren't they? Target IDs. Yep. Numbers, talk numbers if you like. But a lot of people say you don't take no notice of numbers. One or two people I know say they find stuff in the low sub 10s. I don't know, but mainly 25, 30. I find I'm getting coke. Yep, Jeff. Good night, mate. See you next week, please. Sound desperate now, don't you? Oh, how do we get permissions? Shall we do that again next week, folks? Let's do how do we get permissions and how we go about getting permissions. I know we did it once a couple of weeks ago, but always worth a revisit. So West Country, Clegg, just for you, we'll do how we get permissions next week, next Wednesday at 9. Okay, get here early because we'll start talking about it. How frequently do you find hammered silver coins? Well, I was hoping for a hat trick. 2018, first adventure, silver hammered. Second adventure, silver hammered. I thought hat trick. Third adventure, no. So it's all hit and miss. As I say, you can only find it if it's out there. Yep, I've got a couple of review videos. If you go into in the video library, I've got a couple of review videos which are just basically a montage, a lot of pictures of my finds and a bit of music. There's 2 of those, so feel free, have a look. There's all me, or most of me finds in there, not all of them. Do you mean show them like now? Here's my strap end, or in the videos I post on YouTube? It's a challenge, is it, Debbie, to go and knock on a door and get face-to-face permission? Oh, I don't know about that. I'm a little bit, I'm very shy. Worth a try. I know we covered that as well, didn't we? Going face-to-face, and I won't wear my shirt and tie. Okay, we've got a minute and I'm going to stop the stream. Digger Burns, good night. Set the alarm for 6. Oh, well, I haven't got the analytic page up, but this says 10 watching at the moment, but I don't know. Anyway, might just be 4 doing the comments and there's 6 lurkers. So, Digger Burns, nice one. Thanks very much for popping in. Cheers, my lover. Off down the pub. Sure. I've got a pub about a minute and a half away, but I shan't bother. Alright, guys and gals, when the little hand hits a 12, we're away with the fairies. We'll make ourselves a hot cup of tea. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, if you're a lurker and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Thumbs up before you go. Thumbs up, please. All of you lot now, all 10 of you. If you haven't done it, thumbs up, please. And we'll see you next week. Wednesday, 9 o'clock sharp. Be there or be square. Okay, and I've got to lean forward now. By the way, good luck detecting. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the stream. Lawn Bowler UK. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You might be the one who enjoyed it. Right, I'm going to hit the button that says stop streaming. If I can get my mouse over there. Good night to you all. See you next week, Wednesday, 9 o'clock.